All right, hello. I'm in beautiful Sedona with one of my friends, Kelly. Will be joining me for a yoga session today. Please remember to take breaks if you need a break, to modify if you need to modify, and to respect your body. We'll begin in child's pose. Coming to the back of your mat, please bring your big toes to touch. Open your knees up nice and wide and sit your hips back towards your heels. If it's available to you, as you walk your hands out, you will rest your forehead on the mat. If that is not available, you can stack your hands or simply place a block under your forehead if you have one. If this bothers your back, please feel free to bring your knees in a little bit closer and use the legs as support. Hollow out your belly, relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and begin to breathe in and out through the nose. So slow, deep, rich, full breath. And with every inhale, notice how the body expands and lengthens. With every exhale, notice how it softens. This breath will help guide you through your practice. At any point you need a break, maybe you're breathing in and out through the mouth, maybe you're holding your breath or your breath is choppy, you can simply drop down to child's pose or flip over onto your back for Shavasana. No judgment. The other form of breath we'll do is a cleansing breath. Let's practice a few. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill your lungs the whole way to the top and hold it. Then open the mouth and sigh it out. Trying to make an audible H-ha sound. Again, deep breath into the nose. Filling the lungs, maybe the back rounds. Hold. Open the mouth, let it go. And one more time, deep breath in. Make this your deepest, richest breath yet. Hold it here. Open the mouth, let it go. Now gently press your lips back together and return to breathing in and out through the nose. Take your right hand and thread your right hand under your left arm. Coming down onto the right shoulder and right temple, looking under the left arm. You can extend the left arm long, or you can wrap it around the back if you would like. Little shoulder stretch. And release back to child's pose. Taking the left hand, thread it under the right. Coming down onto the left shoulder and temple as the right arm either extends long or wraps around the back. Breathing. And return back to child's pose. Taking both hands, walk them to the right side of your mat. Maybe stacking the left hand on top of the right and maybe even tucking the chin into the right arm. And coming back to through center, we'll work our way to the left. Stacking the right hand on top of the left this time and maybe tucking the chin in towards that shoulder. And returning back to center. Take one more deep breath in. And out. And on your next inhale, rise up to tabletop position. The hands are directly under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. We'll start with some cow and cat. So on an inhale, the belly drops, the heart lifts, the gaze goes up, cow pose. As you exhale, round your back, tuck your chin in and press the floor away for cat. Again, inhale, belly drops, heart lift, gaze up, cow pose. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin in and press the floor away for cat. Take a couple as you breathe, really articulating through the spine as you move into these positions. Your inhales will move you to cow, your exhales will move you to cat. One more time. And on your next inhale, make your way back to that tabletop position. Try to get your back nice and straight so you have extension through the spine and the crown of the head is forward. Pulling the belly in, and on an inhale, your right leg will extend out behind you. Keep your right hip square to the mat. Round the right hand, maybe reach the left arm forward. You can rotate the wrist and ankle here if you like. Belly's in. Take an inhale, lift, and exhale, the arm sweeps back and the knee bends. Reaching back for the foot or ankle, if you can get it, kick into the hand. The gaze is up, the chest is lifted, take a breath. And as you exhale, re-extend through your arm and leg, and return back to tabletop. Belly in. Inhale, that left leg will extend back. Rotate the left hip down, belly's tight. Left hand grounds, right arm reaches. Bicep by the ear, and we're moving the wrist and ankle. Mirror whatever you did on the other side here. Inhale for length, and exhale, the arm sweeps back and the knee bends. Get the foot if you can. Kick into the hand, chest lifts, take that breath. And as you exhale, re-extend through the arm and leg. And return back to tabletop. Tuck your chin to your chest, over your toes, and lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Relax the shoulder blades down the back. Maybe you bend your knees a little bit here, maybe opposite for pedaling out the feet, pressing one heel down as you bend into the opposite knee. We want to take the time here to sort of wake up through the back and the legs. Pull the belly in, drop the chest. Relax the head, make sure the palms are grounded on all sides and those triceps are pulled in. Hands are about shoulder width apart, feet maybe slightly wider. And then on an inhale, lift both heels up as high as you can. And then exhale, drop the heels to the right side. Inhale back up high onto the toes. Exhale the heels to the left. Inhale back up high onto the toes. Bend your knees. Try to get your belly to rest on your thighs as maybe you gaze at your hands, bear pose, shins parallel to the floor. And then inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, drop the heels, downward facing dog. Gazing at your hands, step forward. Keep your feet wide, at least hips width, maybe even wider. Bend into the knees. You can let your hands hang or you can grab opposite elbows. And we'll sway side to side for a little ragdoll here. Relax the head. Relax the jaw. If you would like to, you may interlace your hands behind your low back. Try to get the heels of the hands to press as you allow them to fall overhead to comfort. Opening up through the shoulders. Breathe. And then release. Bring your right fingertips to the mat, directly under your nose. And then on an inhale, the left fingertips will extend high. Try to keep your hips level, back flat, so extend through the crown of the head, and the gaze goes up. You can have a micro bend in the right knee if you need. Feel free to wrap the hand around the back if you would like. Roll the shoulder back. And then release. Bring the left fingertips down, directly under the nose. Inhale, and the right fingertips extend. Again, extend through the spine. Gaze is up. Wrap the hand if you did so on the other side. Breathe. And release both hands to the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. The heels are slightly separated. And inhale, half lift. Hands to the shin or the thighs. Please avoid your knees. The back is flat, the crown of the head is forward, and the belly is tight. Exhale, forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees if you need. Let's do it again. Inhale, half lift. Hands to the shin or thighs, back flat. Exhale, fold. Ground your feet and inhale, rise. Your arms will sweep up sideways. The palms press, that heart lifts. And then exhale, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart. You can bend the knees if you need. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Ground the feet, inhale, rise. Press the palms, maybe a little back bend here. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, lead with that heart. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands to your mat. Step back to a high push-up position. Please feel free to drop to your knees anytime we are in this position. The hands are shoulder width apart. I want you to press the floor away like you're doming through your upper back. Hold the belly tight and the crown of the head is forward. On an inhale, shift forward so you're high on your toes. And exhale, lower only halfway. Elbows in and the sternum is lifted. Then inhale, straighten through the arms. Come onto the tops of the feet and try to get your thighs off the mat for upward facing dog. Then curl your toes, lift your hips, drop your head, downward facing dog. This is our flow. We will do this periodically throughout the class. It's completely optional. You can skip it. Let's make sure you have it. Let's take an inhale, shift back to plank. Shoulders past the wrists. Exhale, lower halfway, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog onto the tops of the feet. Curl the toes, lift the hips, drop the head. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale, the right leg will lift. Try to keep your shoulders square to the mat. Maybe bend the knee. Stack the hips a little. Maybe rotate the hip out if you like to do that. Then level the hip and re-extend your leg. Gaze at your hands and step forward. Right foot, right thumb. Keep the fingertips on the mat for a moment. Make sure your toes are forward and the knee is directly over the heel. You're high on the back toes. And on an inhale, the arms will sweep back. Airplane wings. Belly off the thighs, crown of the head forward, shoulders pressing. You interlace the hands if you like that. Maybe open up the chest. Maybe you'd like a back bend. Your gaze can go up as your hips sink. Lengthen the back leg. 3, 2, 1. Plant your hands and step back to the plank position. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Inhale, the left leg will lift. Again, keep the shoulders square. Bend the knees, stack the hips if you can. Maybe circle it out. Try to mirror what you did on the other side here. Then level the hips and re-extend your leg. Gaze forward, step forward. Keep the fingertips down, foot is flat, knee directly over the heel, sink your hips a little. And on an inhale, the arms sweep back, airplane wings, belly in. Try not to death grip the mat with the front toes. And then interlace the hands if you did so on the other side. Maybe you took a back bend. The gaze goes up, the hips sink. 3, 2, 1. And release. Plant the hands, step back, and move flow. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Leg is straight, toes point towards the mat. Relax the head, really lengthen through your body. Then gaze forward, step forward. High on the back toes. Inhale the arms, sweep back, airplane wings, belly in and up. The left arm will reach forward, followed by the right. Engage your abs, now lift your chest. Shoulders drop down the back and bring the right hip back and the left hip more forward. Belly in and up. Exhale and the arms sweep back. Hinge forward, gaze at the top of the mat, squeeze the shoulder blades. And inhale the arms, sweep up. Bicep by the ear, maybe a little back bend. Press the palms, float on the hand, heart center. Plant the hands, step back and take the flow. Again, it's high plank, low, up dog, down dog. Inhale, the left leg will lift. Feet is flexed. Toes point down, hips are square, relax the head. Then gaze forward, step forward. High on the back toes. Level your hips, and on an inhale, the arms sweep back. Shoulders press, crown of the head forward. Right arm reaches forward, followed by the left. Belly tight, and lift your chest. Shoulders down, left hip back, right hip forward, lengthen the back leg as you sink. And then exhale, sweep the arms back. Press the chest forward, pull the belly in and up. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Take the back bend, gaze up. Press the palms together and float into the heart center. And plant your hands. Step back and take the flow. Now remember, these are optional. You can skip them. Just meet us in down dog. You could even add push-ups if you would like. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Step it through. Right foot, right thumb. This time the back foot will spin flat, about a 45-degree angle. Inhale and we rise, warrior one. The toe and knee are forward. Bring the right hip back, left hip a little more forward. Belly in and up, shoulders down the back. Equal weight on both feet. And exhale, open, warrior two. Shoulders down. Toe and knee stay forward. Tendency is for the knee to drop to the left, so pull it to the right. Tuck the pelvis under, shoulders in. Flip the front palm, reach, inhale, and reverse the warrior. The back hand can slide down the leg or wrap the back. Right arm is up, gaze follows the fingertips, feel the stretch, lift the sternum, and slowly return to warrior two. Circle your hands down to the mat, step back, shake your flow. Inhale, left leg lifts. Step it through. Back foot spins flat, about 45-degree angle. Inhale, we rise. Warrior one. Your left hip back, right hip more forward. Bend into the knee, don't let it pass the toe. Shoulders down. Exhale and we open, warrior two. Maybe the feet widen a little if you need that for the pelvis. Maybe the angle in the back foot changes. Shoulders down the back, but you want equal weight on both feet. Flip the front palm, reach, inhale, and reverse the warrior. Back hand can slide or wrap. Left arm extends up, gaze is high. And then slowly return to warrior two. Circle the hands down. Step back and float. Back and down dog, take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Gazing at your hands, step forward. Bring yourself into standing. Anywhere that's comfortable for you on your mat. Your big toes are touching. Maybe a slight separation in the heels, but you want equal weight on all sides so you feel like you're standing nice and solid. Shoulders down the back. belly in and up, and the fingertips are reaching for the floor. Going into standing half moon. On an inhale, the arms will sweep up sideways. Interlace your fingers, release your pointer finger, and cross your thumbs. Take an inhale, lift out of your torso, and exhale, lengthen to your right side. So we're not dumping into the right side, extending on both sides of the body. The feet are grounded, but you're not death gripping the mat with your toes. Thighs are firm, the belly is in and up. Chin is off the chest. You're trying to stay square to the front of your room or space here. So maybe the left shoulder rolls back a little bit, maybe the right hip comes a little bit more forward. With every inhale, you give yourself a little bit of room. With every exhale, you go just a little bit deeper. As if you're just simply sliding across a wall or between two panes of glass. And you're breathing for 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise. Cross your opposite thumb on top. Take an inhale, lift, and exhale, lengthen to the left side. So again, we're feeling this deep stretch on the right side body here. The feet are still grounded, thighs are firm, belly in and up. If you feel a pinch in your low back, really pull that pelvis forward and up. The right hip might start to poke out to the right a little bit to intensify the stretch on the right side body. But you're not letting the left rib cage and pelvis hit. Chin is off the chest, right shoulder rolls back, left hip twitches forward just a little, keeping you nice and square to the front. Take an inhale, come up for a little space, and then exhale, the left hand grabs your right hand, lifts you up and pulls you over. 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. Taking a little back bend here, please do not drop your head back. So imagine the biceps are cradling the head. Take an inhale, lift out of the torso, and the sternum goes towards the ceiling. In this case, the heavens. The gaze is up. The tailbone is long, and we're lifting out of that upper back. 3, 2, 1. Rise up and forward fold. Feel free to separate your legs and maybe move around a little bit. Sometimes that can cause a little tension in that low back. So do whatever feels good right here. And then we'll move into a forward fold. So please bring your big toes to touch if they've come apart. Bend deep into your knees so your belly is resting on your thighs. Wrap your hands around your legs, and if it's available, you'll lift your heels and scoop your heels up in your hands. If that's not happening today, just grab the back of the legs as close to the heels as possible. Keep the belly connected to the thighs. Relax your head, pull your shoulders down your back, and hollow out your belly. Take an inhale and ground your feet. As you exhale, lift your hips. And as you lift the hips, bend your elbows. Tuck the chin in. Try to wrap the forearms around the calf like you're giving yourself a great big hug. The crown of the head goes down as you extend through the spine. The hips lift higher, and the weight rolls into the ball of the foot. For 3, 2, 1, and release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, take your flow. Back in down dog, take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Gazing at your hands. Step forward, coming back into standing. This time with your feet a hip's width distance apart. You can measure that with 2 fists between your big toes. Standing up nice and tall. Make sure the sides of your feet are parallel to the sides of the mat as if you're standing on skis here. And on an inhale, the arms will extend straight out in front of you. All 5 fingers are touching, the palms are down. Bring your shoulder blades back and down to lift your heart, pull the belly tight. Take an inhale, lift out of your torso. Exhale, sit your hips back like you're looking for a kindergarten chair. A nice deep squat. The knees are behind the toes float. Try to keep the knees forward and the thighs parallel to themselves, maybe one day the floor. Pull the belly in and up, roll the shoulders down the back. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise and keep your arms for the next 2 poses. On an inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. One day you might be balanced on the big toe. Pressing the tops of the feet towards the front of our space. Shoulders over the hips. Belly tight, chin is off the chest. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly drop the heels. We have one more set. Bring your knees together. This will slightly pigeon toe your feet. Firm your thighs. Your heels can be lifted if that's more comfortable for you. Pull the belly tight. Keep your shoulders over the hips. Take an inhale, lift, and then exhale, slide down the imaginary wall. Bending your knees will track in front of the toes. Maybe one day you're sitting on your heels. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise. And release, arms by your sides. Big toes touch. Eagle pose. On an inhale, the arms sweep up overhead. The palms will press. As you exhale, the right hand sweeps under the left. You can press palms, or you can grab opposite shoulders if those palms aren't available today. Sit deep into your hips and lift your right leg up and wrap it around your left leg. One day, maybe the toes will wrap the calf muscle. Try to keep the shoulders over the hips. Pull the belly tight. One day you'll line it all up so those wrists, elbows, and knees are in one straight line. Shoulders are level. You're not death gripping the mat. Firm the thighs. Sink a little deeper. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Then inhale, the arms come up. The palms will press. Sweep them up. Exhale, the left hand sweeps under the right. Again, you can press palms or grab your shoulders. Try to mirror the other side. Sit deep into the hips. Lift your left leg up. Wrap it around your right. Shoulders over the hips. Try to square yourself to the front of your space. Bend deep into the knees and hips. Knees to the left, torso to the right. Belly tight. Chest lifted. Elbows off the chest. 3, 2, 1. Release. Inhale, the arms sweep up. The palms will press. Take a little back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Take your flow. Back in down dog, take a deep breath in. And out. Gazing at your hands. Coming back into standing. Anywhere on your mat that is comfortable for you, please bring your big toes to touch. And then close your eyes for a moment. Taking a moment to center ourselves here. The feet are grounded. You have equal weight on all sides of both feet, and the toes are light. Thighs are firm. You know they are because the kneecaps lift up. Belly's pulled in and up. The tailbone is long. The shoulders roll down the back, and you actively reach your fingertips for the floor. Palms forward. Crown of the head reaching for the heavens, and the chin is off the chest. You're just taking a moment here to connect with yourself. To remember that sometimes the best part of yoga is our stillness. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. If your eyes are closed, begin to flutter them open. Now on an inhale, the right knee will lift. Knee in line with the hip. Heel directly under the knee, hard flexing the foot. So you're pulling the toes back towards the shin. Stand tall on the left side so you're not dumping into the hip. You're trying to create space between the hip and the waist. Chin is off the chest and you're reaching the fingers to the front. And we're standing nice and tall. And we'll breathe in. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring your big toes to touch. On your next inhale, the left knee will lift. Knee in line with the hip. Heel directly under the knee, hard flex in the foot. Pull the toes back towards the shin. Then stand tall on the right side. You're the tallest version you can be. Shoulders down, belly in, chin is off the chest. And you're breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Release, bring your big toes to touch. Actually, let's separate the feet for a moment. Place the hands at the low back, take a little bitty back bend. Maybe move the hips side to side, whatever feels good here. And then coming back to standing. Let's turn a quarter turn to the left. Bring your big toes to touch. Place your left hand on your left hip. And on an inhale, the right knee will lift. We're going to start by placing the right hand on the outside of the shin. Flex the foot. Shoulders down, you're standing up nice and tall. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right thigh. When you're ready, we'll open the knee to the right, tucking the hip under. If you'd like to challenge your balance, the left arm can come out. Maybe you gaze to the left, stand tall, lift your chest. Slowly bring the leg back to center. Extend the leg out in front of you, reach your arms up, lean over the leg, maybe pulse the leg. 3, 2, 1. And release, bring your big toes to touch. Right hand, right hip. Inhale, and the left knee will lift. Left hand to the outside of the thigh first as you flex the foot and you stand up tall. Move the left hand to the inside of the left thigh. When you're ready, you open the knee to the left. Standing up tall, tucking the left hip under, chin is off the chest. And if you extended the arm out on the other side, please do so on this side. Maybe the gaze went to the right. Take a breath. Then slowly come back to center and extend the leg long. Arms up, lean over the leg and pulse it. 3, 2, 1. And release. Turning back. The quarter turn back to the front. Bring the big toes to touch. Dancer's pose. Right elbow at the right hip and the palm faces the ceiling. Take a few moments right here. Get used to dancer's pose. Grounded through the left foot. You to reach as high as you can. Make yourself the tallest version you can be on the left side. Then drop the shoulder blade down the back. All 5 fingers are touching. The palm is forward. Your knees are together, or maybe the right knee is even slightly behind the left. Flex the right foot in your hand. Open up the chest. Try to pull that left shoulder back so you're standing forward. Feel free to stay here. If you'd like a kick, inhale, lift, and exhale, start to kick into the hand. As the foot moves slowly away from the body, you will start to hinge forward. Trying to keep that right hip square to the mat if you can. Reaching over those left fingertips with your gaze. And you're breathing for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. And big toes touch. Left elbow at the left hip. The palm faces the ceiling. Drop the hand down. Get an inside grip on that left foot or ankle. Bring your knees back together, and on an inhale, the right arm will extend high. And we take a couple of breaths right here. We're the tallest version we can be on the right side. Create space between your hip and your waist. And drop the right shoulder blade back and down. Bicep by the ear if you can. All 5 fingers touching. One straight line from the heel to the finger. Knees together, or maybe even the left knee slightly behind the right. Flex the left foot. Stay here if you did so on the other side. If you kick, inhale, lift, and exhale, kick into the hands. Slow, controlled movements. The foot moves up and away from the body. You start to hinge forward, rotating the left hip down, gazing over the right fingers, breathing for 3, 2, 1. Slowly return and release. Step to the back of your mat. 1, warrior 3 set. Inhale, the arms come up. Interlace the fingers, release the pointer finger, and cross your thumb. Take a small step forward on the right. Inhale, lift, and exhale, hinge. The left toes will point to the back wall. The fingertips will reach forward. You're a capital letter T. Rotate the left shoulder down, left hip down. Lift the leg a little higher. Actively engage the back leg. 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Return back. Big toe touch. Small step on the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge. Fingertips reach forward. Toes point to the back. Try to lift the leg as high as you can, as if you're flying over your mat. Belly tight. Rotate the right hip down, left shoulder up. Lift the leg a little higher. 3, 2, 1. Return to standing. Take an inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Take your flow. From here, we'll drop down to child's pose for a moment. Toes touch, knees wide to your comfort, hips back, arms extend, and the head drops. Make sure you relax through the elbows so those forearms are resting on the mat. And you're breathing in and out through the nose. We get this quick break right here. To check in with ourselves. To quiet our mind. To reconnect with our breath. We're going to have 4 flows, vinyasas, coming up next. The first and the third routine, going to move a little faster, more balancing in them. The second and the fourth are a little slower. They're all equally beneficial. Take breaks if you need breaks. Modify if you need modification. Honor wherever you are tonight. Let's take another deep breath in. Sigh it out. And on your next inhale, rise up the tabletop. Curl the toes. Downward facing dog. Shoulder blades down, belly in. Inhale, the right leg will lift. Exhale, step it through. Right hand, right thumb. Back foot spins flat. And on an inhale, rise, warrior one. Try to bring your right hip back, left hip more forward, shoulders down the back, feet bend in the front knee. Exhale, we open, warrior two. Pelvis under, shoulders down, gazes forward. Flip the palm, reach, inhale, and reverse the warrior. Gaze is up, heart is open, keep that knee tracking forward. Slowly return to warrior two. Gaze at the back hand, hinge forward, right forearm to right thigh as the left arm extends high. Sink a little deeper, bring your right fingertips to the inside of the right foot if you can, and reach the left arm forward. Shoulder blade down, gazes up. Left hand comes to the mat. Pivot high on the back toes, level your hips, and on an inhale, the right arm will extend. Lift the heart. Maybe wrap that hand around your back. Try to keep those hips level. And then release. Right hand to the inside of the right foot for lizard pose. You can drop to the knee. You can drop to the forearm if you like. Please keep the foot flat, knee and shoulder close. Press the sternum. Maybe hang the head. Take a breath. Right hand to the inside of the right foot. Back foot will spin flat. Inhale, the left arm extends high. Wrap the top hand around the back. Roll the shoulder back. Look up. And release. Bring the hands to the mat. Frame the front foot. Pivot high on the back toes. You can be at high lunge or low lunge. Your choice. Hands come to the heart space. And then we twist. Tricep to the outside of the thigh. Maybe you open. Maybe you bind your arms. 3, 2, 1. Plant the hands. Step back and flow. Inhale, the left leg will lift. Exhale, step it through. Back foot spins flat. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Square that self to the front here. Bring the left hip back the best that you can. Shoulders down, belly tight. Exhale, open, warrior two. Imagine you're pressing your knees away from each other as you firm your inner thighs. Flip the palm, reach, inhale, and reverse the warrior. And slowly return to warrior two. Gaze at the back hand, then hinge forward. Left forearm to the left thigh as the right arm extends high. And sink a little deeper if you can. Left fingertips to the inside of the left foot. The right arm reaches near the shoulder back and up. Right hand to the mat. Pivot high on the back toes. Level your hips. And on an inhale, the left arm extends. Gaze follows. Wrap the hand. Take a breath. And then left hand to the inside of the left foot. Make room for your hips. Lizard pose. Again, feel free to do whatever modifications you did on the other side. Try to keep that foot flat. Press the sternum. Breathe into the hips. Left hand to the inside of the left foot. Back foot will spin flat. Inhale. And the right arm extends high. Gazes up. Wrap the top hand around the back. Take a breath. Both hands to the mat. Frame the front foot. Pivot high on the back toes. You can be in a high or a low lunge here, your choice. Inhale the hands to the heart space. And then we twist. Tricep to the outside of the thigh. Maybe you open. Maybe you bind for 3, 2, 1. Plant the hands, step back, and flow. Back in down dog. Take a deep breath in. And out. Inhale, right leg will lift. Step it through. Open up to warrior two. Circle the hands up and settle in for a moment. Make sure the toe and knee are forward. The knee is pointing to the second big toe. The shoulders are down the back and the belly is in. Now straighten the front leg. Turn to the left. Toes to the left. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold. Now you can let your hands hang. You can reach for the outside of the feet, maybe the thighs, maybe the calves, maybe reach the hands through the legs, maybe do a headstand if that's in your practice. Pull the belly tight, breathe here. Try to keep those hips over the heels. And then the arms come out like airplane wings, shoulders in line with your hips. Pull the belly tight and then rise the whole way up. Turning back into warrior two, toe and knee forward. Settle in for a moment. Circle the hands down. We're stepping back in the plank, but then we're opening to the right, actually to the left. Right hand down into side plank. Shoulder over the wrist, belly tight. You can feel free to lift that top leg if you'd like. You can feel free to drop the bottom knee if you need to. Maybe reach for the front of the room, take a breath. Slowly return back to plank. Hold that for a moment for 3, 2, 1. Let's flow. Inhale, the left leg will lift. Step it through. Open up. Warrior two. Again, settle in. Toe and knee forward. Thighs firm. The pinky side of that back foot is down and the shoulders are over the hips. Now straighten the leg. Turn to the right. This time interlace your hands behind the back. Inhale, lift your heart for a back bend. And then exhale, forward fold. Allow the hands to fall overhead to comfort. Relax the neck, maybe move it side to side. Pull the belly tight, breathe. And then release the arms, come up halfway, shoulders in line with the hips, arms in airplane wings. Right fingertips directly under the nose. Keep your hips level, and on an inhale, the left fingertips reach for the heavens. The gaze can go up. Feel free to wrap that left hand around your back if you would like. And then again, arms out, airplane wings. Left fingertips down directly under the nose. Right fingertips extend. Keep the hips level. Gaze is up. And we wrap the hand if you did so on the other side. Bring both hands to your low back. Pull your belly tight. And on an inhale, rise. Return back to warrior two. Get your toe and knee forward and settle in. Circle the hands down, step back to plank. We're opening to side plank. Left hand will be down. Right arm will extend. Try to stack your shoulders and hips. Try to mirror what you did on the other side. Pull the belly in, gaze is up. Maybe lift the leg, maybe reach for the front. Stay here or return back to plank. Hold plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's flow. And drop down to child's pose. Toes touch. Forehead resting on the mat. Shoulders down the back. Close the eyes and breathe. In and out through the nose. This is our time to reconnect with the breath. Our last big push is up next. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. And on your next inhale, rise up to tabletop. Curl the toes, downward facing dog. Flow 3. Do the best you can. Modify if you need to. Inhale, the right leg will lift. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise, warrior 1. Get the back foot flat. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Send both hips back. Reach forward. And then the right hand to the right shin or the floor. Left arm extends high. 2 solid straight legs without locking them out. Wrap the top hand around the back. Roll the shoulder back. Look up. Re-extend the top arm, reaching for the front. Shoulder back. Gaze up. Press the hip forward. And then bring both hands to the mat. The back foot is going to come in a little and out to the left. So you have 2 solid straight legs and your hips are square. Left hand stays down and the right gaze is up, back is flat. Wrap the hand if you would like. Take a breath. Both hands to the mat. Shift your weight to your right leg for warrior 3. Flex the back foot, airplane wings, lift the heart. Hands come to the heart space. And we slowly come back down for standing split. Right hand to right calf, forehead to shin, lift your toes. And then bring your right hand to 1 o'clock. Extend the left fingertips high. Open up. Stack the shoulders, stack the head. You can cover the hand if you'd like. Balancing half moon. Pulling the belly tight. Moving back to warrior 3. Level your hips. Flex the foot, airplane wings. Hands to heart. Then the left fingertips come down. The right fingertips reach high. Lift your leg. 3, 2, 1. Hands to the mat. Step that leg back. We'll take the flow. Other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Back foot spins flat. Inhale, rise, warrior 1. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Send your hips behind you and reach forward with the left hand. Left hand to the left shin or floor. Right arm extends high, 2 solid straight legs. Firm your thighs. Wrap the hand around the back. Take a breath. Re-extend the top arm, bicep by the ear. Press the hip forward, lean back. Then both hands come to the mat. Bring the back foot in and out. Shorten and widen your stance. Level your hips. Right hand down, left arm extends. Gaze is up, back is flat. Wrap the hand if you did so on the other side. Bring both hands to the mat. Shift your weight to that left leg. Airplane wings, flex the foot. Take a breath. Hands to the heart, slowly lower down, standing split. Left hand to left calf, forehead to shin, toes go high. Left fingertips to 11 o'clock. Right fingertips reach high. Open up, stack the shoulders, stack the hips, flex the foot, balance in the floor. Coming back through center, level your hips, flex your foot, airplane wings for warrior 3. This is it, hands to heart. Right fingertips down, left fingertips reach, lift your leg. 3, 2, 1. Hands to the mat, step back, flow. Back in down dog, take a deep breath in, sigh it out. Inhale, the right leg lifts to comfort, and step it through to a low lunge. Coming down onto the left knee, please make sure you have a 90-degree angle in the front. You can keep the hands on the mat. You can bring them to the thigh. Come overhead for a back bend if you would like. Take a breath. The hands come down, they frame the front foot. Half or full split. So take the front foot away from you. You can come up onto that heel, maybe drop the head towards the shin. Try to keep your hips nice and level and square. And moving into pigeon. Bringing that right heel to the left side of your mat. Trying to get the low part of that right leg parallel to the top of the mat one day. Extending the left leg out. You are balanced here. You're not dumping. You can stay up and just lift the heart. You can drop to the forearms. You can drop the whole way down. Please respect your body. Hold the belly tight. Breathe in and out through the nose. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. And when you're ready, begin to work your way up. Releasing that right leg back. And going through your second to final flow of the class. And inhale, the left leg will lift to comfort. And exhale, step it through to that low lunge. Bringing the right knee down. Pressing your hips forward and away, but not letting the front knee pass the toe. Hands to the thighs, shoulders over the hips. Or maybe overhead for a back bend. And releasing to our half or full split, framing that front leg, extending the leg out, keeping the hips level, dropping the forehead towards the shin. Breathe. And releasing into pigeon, bringing that left foot to the right side of the mat. Again, trying to get the low part of the leg parallel to the top of the mat one day. Extending the right leg out. Always taking the time to find your pigeon here. You can lift the heart. You can drop to the forearms. You can lay the whole way down. Ideally, you are mirroring what you did on the other side, but always taking in those differences into consideration. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. When you're ready, begin to bring yourself up. Release that left foot back and take it through your final flow. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Bring your toes together and then slowly roll yourself up. Taking our final standing pose, tree pose. On an inhale, the arms will sweep up. Exhale the hands to the heart space. And bring the sole of your right foot up to either inner ankle, inner calf, or inner thigh. Please avoid your knee. Hands come back to the heart. You can stay here or you can grow your branches. Take whatever expression of gratitude is in your practice. Maybe lift the heart. And then float the hands back through heart space as you release the right foot back down. And then bring the sole of that left foot up. Again, either inner ankle, inner calf, or inner thigh, avoiding the knee. Hands to heart. And take whatever expression of gratitude is in your practice. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's different. What are you grateful for today? Take a breath. As you exhale, the hands float to the heart space. Release that left foot down. Bow your head. And get on your back. Taking a little break here before we do some stretching. Find Shavasana, roll the shoulders down the back. Relax the jaw. Just breathe. Deep breath in. Going to do just a little bit of ab work, then move into all floor work, stretching the spine, the back, and then returning back to Shavasana. Easy peasy as we move out the rest of the class. Then sort of roll to one side. Maybe using the bicep as a pillow for a moment. And then just pressing yourself up. Coming into tabletop. We're going to do some down dog ab variations. Not a lot, just a little. So curl those toes, lift the hips. Extend the right leg. Maybe point the toe. And then bring the knee to your nose. Extend it back out. Right knee, right elbow. And out. Right knee, left elbow. And out one more time. Knee to nose. And out. Knee to right elbow. And out. Knee to left elbow. And place the right foot down. Bring the left foot up. Maybe point the toes if you like that. And knee to nose. Extend out. Left knee, left elbow. And extend. Left knee, right elbow. And extend. Second set, knee to nose. And out. To the left elbow. And out. To the right. And out. Drop the foot. Lower yourself down to the knees. Coming onto your stomach for Cobra Series. Bring your big toes to touch. Ground the tops of the feet so that your thighs are firm. Only the tops of your thighs and the tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. Place the hands by the lower chest, elbows in, belly tight. And on an inhale, simply lift your chest off the mat. Now this is low cobra, so bring the shoulder blades back and down, the head forward. If you lift your hands, you should be able to hold this position. Abs are tight and you're breathing. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. I want you to look to the left. Bring your right ear to the mat. Extend your right arm out by your side. We're going to throw a shoulder stretch in here. The right arm is going to extend out to the right and the palm faces down. The left hand is going to come by the chest. Begin to roll yourself away, stacking your shoulders and your hips. Your left foot can come to the floor behind you. If you would like a deeper stretch, wrap the left arm around your back. Breathe. Try to keep that head resting on the mat if you can. Now don't move the right arm at this time. Bring the left hand forward. Begin to roll yourself back onto your stomach. And once you are completely on your stomach, you can bring your right hand back in. Chin to the center. This time, open up your feet about mat width distance. The tops of the feet are down and the thighs are firm. Bring the hands closer to the lower rib cage. Belly tight, and on an inhale, start to straighten through the arms. Keep a micro bend in your elbows. Pelvis stays down, shoulders down, belly tight, chin is forward. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Bring your toes to touch. We're looking to the right this time. And taking the shoulder stretch on this side. The left hand. Left palm. Right hand is by your chest. And you roll yourself away, stacking your shoulders in the hip. Right foot can come into the floor. Into the hip. And then you can wrap that. The left hand at this time. The right hand back forward. Roll yourself forward. Make sure you are completely facing your mat. And then you can bring your left hand in. Now your big toes are touching. The arms are by your side and the palms are down. We're going into locust pose. Belly is tight. And on an inhale, we lift and fly. The legs lift, the arms lift. Try to keep the big toes touching. The thighs firm, the belly tight. 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Look to the left. Try to get that right ear on the mat. So more ear and less cheek. Now bringing the chin back to center. Again, the big toes touch. Bound locust this time. If you don't like bound locust, you can repeat locust again. Interlace the fingers if you're doing bound locust, and on an inhale, we lift and cry. Knuckles reach for the back, crown of the head reaches forward, belly is tight. 3, 2, 1. And release, look to the right. Again, try to get more of the ear down and less of the chin. Back to center. This time bend your knees and reach back for the outside of your feet or ankles. Once you have those, please bring your knees back together again. Maybe flex the feet. Hold the belly tight. And on an inhale, you kick into the hand. You want to pretend you have a block or something between your knees, so try not to let them flare out. The gaze is forward. Maybe you rock on your belly button for 3, 2, 1. Release and press slowly back for child's pose. Flipping over onto your back, going into bridge pose. One set of bridge, 2 sets of bridge if you want 2 sets of bridge, or 1 set of bridge and 1 set of upward facing bow, your choice. So the feet are going to be about hips width distance apart and they're flat. For bridge pose, hands will be by your side and the palms are down. Round your feet, firm your thighs, and on an inhale, lift your hips. Now you have some options here in bridge pose. You can interlace your hands behind your low back and roll your shoulders under your back. You could try to reach for your heels. Get that chin off the chest. Now check out those knees that they flare out on you. Bring those knees back so they're pointed forward. Firm your thighs, lift the hips a little higher. And you're breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down. You can bring your knees into your chest or do a happy baby, or you could windshield wiper your knees. I want you to do whatever feels best to your low back. And then going into our second set here. So you can repeat bridge by keeping the feet flat and the hands by the side. If you would like to do upward facing bow, the hands will be by the ears. Whichever one you're doing, the feet are grounded, the thighs are firm. And on an inhale, you lift your hip. If you're going in the upward facing bow, you will extend through the arms. Everybody make sure your toes and knees are forward. Don't let them flare out here. If they did, pull them back in. Hold the belly tight. If you're in upward facing bow, press the chest forward. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down and take whatever movement you like here. Happy baby, maybe rolling side to side, maybe windshield wipers. Whatever feels good to your low back. I find when I do upward facing bow, I like to roll my wrist. That often feels really good. And then extend your heels to the heavens. Arms are by your side and the palms are down. Take a moment. As you exhale, slowly lower the heels to the mat. On an inhale, the arms will extend overhead. As you exhale, sit up and reach for your toes. Then you will come to the top of the mat for reclined hero pose. Now you have some options here. Option 1, the knees are touching, the feet wide and you sit your hips between your heels. You could also place a block underneath you if this is too intense for you. If it really bothers your knees, try toes together, knees wide, and sit on your heels. And if it's still bothering your knees, I would prefer that you take a break. Once you have your position, you can recline back to your comfort. You can go the whole way down or just part way down. It is truly up to you. Honor your body. Hold the belly tight. Try not to let those knees come off the mat. Maybe extend the arms overhead and grab opposite elbows. Kind of feel the stretch through the front of the body. Please feel free to stay here if you like this. Some people like to stay here for a while. If you're ready to move on, using your elbows, slowly bring yourself up. Take your time. And you have a wide squat here. So we're going to turn sideways and take our feet wide and bring our arms to the inside of our thighs and the hands to the heart space. Lift the chest, pull the belly tight, think tailbone long, feel the extension through the back. You can also stick a block underneath your hips here if you need that support. Take a breath. And then slowly coming out of it, bringing your knees together. Sit back on your heels. And inhale, the arms come up. Interlace your fingers, release your pointer finger, and cross your thumbs. Kind of round your back a little bit. Hold the belly tight as you start the forward fold. Now this is a challenging one. The goal is one day to get the forehead to hit the mat first. Try to press your hips back towards your heels as you actively extend through the arms. So maybe just the pinky fingers, maybe just the tip of the nose or the forehead is touching the mat. You're feeling that length and extension here. Breathe. This is half tortoise. On an inhale, rise up. Try to do it one straight line. Down, we're coming up for our final back bend, camel pose. If you're at all dizzy, please skip this. Come up onto the knees and separate your knees about hips width distance. Place your hands at your low back. On an inhale, lift your heart. The sternum goes high. The gaze is up. The tailbone is low. If you can reach for your heels, feel free to do that, but try to keep those hips moving forward versus falling back. You're lifting through that upper back, getting that nice curve in the upper back. 3, 2, 1. Eyes open, rise up. Bring the knees together. Sit back. Reach for the heels. We're going straight in the rabbit. Tuck the chin in, round forward a little bit, bringing the forehead to the knee, and then lift the hips as you pull on the heels, rounding through the upper back. Breathing. Slowly release the hips back, eyes open, round up. Take a moment and just sort of settle here. And then we'll find child's pose for a moment. You can keep the knees together if you like that. You can separate the knees, forehead to the mat. Take a breath. Rising up, Bringing the legs around to the front of you. For separate leg stretching, extend the right leg long. Bring the sole of the left foot anywhere on the inside. Please keep your hips rounded and even. Inhale the arms up. Square yourself to the leg and exhale forward. Hold the belly tight. Maybe you can reach the foot, maybe not. Relax that left shoulder down. Maybe tuck the chin towards the right shoulder a little. Hollow out the belly. Slowly come up. Switching out our legs. Sitting up nice and tall, making sure the pelvis stays grounded. Inhale up. Square yourself to the leg and exhale, fold. Again, maybe you can grab the foot. Tuck the chin to the left shoulder. Relax the right shoulder. Breathe. Slowly come up. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Make it diamond shape with your legs. Interlace your fingers around your toes. Now think flat back. I want you to ground your pelvis and lift your heart. Nice flat back, belly tight. Inhale. And then exhale, fold. And sort of press the sternum. Press the pelvis behind you. When you can't go any further, then round through the back. Slowly come on up. Extend both legs out nice and long. Again, making sure you're grounded in that pelvis. Inhale the arms up. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Reach for your toes. Maybe reach past your toes. If you can get the sides of the feet, you could do that. You can grab the big toes. You can grab the sides of the leg. Whatever you like. Think flat back, extension through the spine, hips behind you, belly tight, and start to pull the crown of the head towards the feet. Now you're bending your elbows here, but keep those forearms so they're engaged with the calf muscles. Maybe when you can't go any further, you hang your head. And slowly come up. Now you can do easy sitting pose or half lotus. So easy sitting pose, you simply just cross the legs in front. Half lotus, you can cross the right leg on top for now. Your choice. Inhale the arms up. Nice and easy. Just exhale, forward fold. Try to keep your pelvis grounded. Back the head. Slowly come up. And switch out your legs. Either switch the leg that's in front if you're in easy sitting pose, or the leg that's on top if you were in half lotus. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Slowly come on up. And let's turn over onto the back. We're going to start shoulder stand if you want it, but we're going to start by just simply lifting the heels above the hips and the hands are by your side. So if you do not like shoulder stand or you have neck issues, just stay right here. It's a perfect pose. If you want to go into shoulder stand, find plow first. Bring the feet over the head and bring the hands to the low back. Once you have that nice position and the chin is off the chest, you can lift your heels to shoulder stand. You do want to be very careful with shoulder stand. Make sure the chin is off the chest. reaching for the heavens. Stay here or maybe drop the toes back in the plow again. Maybe bend the knees for ear pressure pose. And when you're ready, slowly come down. One vertebrae at a time. When your right knee passes, hug your right knee into your right shoulder. Extend your left leg nice and long. Breathe. Using your left hand, you'll guide your right knee across the body. The right arm will come out to counterbalance. Look to the right. Keep that right shoulder down and hollow out that belly. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out and twist. Slowly come back through center. Extend the right leg long and hug the left knee into your left shoulder. Take a breath. And using the right hand, guide the left knee across. Left arm comes out to counterbalance. Look to the left. Pull the belly out of the way. Try to keep that left shoulder down. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out and twist. Slowly come back to center. Bringing both knees into the chest. Take whatever final movement you need here. Maybe you like to rock side to side. Maybe front to back. Maybe it's hip circles. Maybe it's happy baby. Whatever feels good to that low back. Then extend your heels to the ceiling. Oh, to the heavens. Arms are by your side. Take a breath. And as you exhale, slowly lower the heels to the mat. When your heels hit the mat, open your feet the width of the mat, maybe even wider than your mat if you have that space. Actively roll your right shoulder blade under and then your left. Turn your palms to the ceiling. Close your eyes. Maybe move the head side to side a couple of times until you find that perfect spot. And then you just get still. Relax the forehead. Allow the eyeballs to nestle into the sockets. Take the tongue off of the roof of your mouth. Allow the shoulders and hips to simply start to fall into the mat. The arms, the legs are heavy. The fingers and toes are light. And there's nothing left to do but breathe. Allow the body to simply melt into your mat. Don't think, don't fidget, don't miss it. Take one more deep breath in. Sigh it out. Shavasana. fingers and toes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out. It is always my honor and privilege to guide your practice. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for joining us today.